I'm at the gym right now, but I feel inspired to speak about lust. Uh, First of all, it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Uh, but yeah, I'm 25. I've been addicted to porn and masturbation now for about probably 10 years. It basically started when I was 15. Um, and I guess I'm making this video because at this point in my life, I don't see myself ever beating this addiction. And I know that sounds quite pathetic, right? But when you get to my age, and I'll actually be 26 in January, but most of my friends, for the most part, they're married or they have kids. And I just don't think that's ever in the cards for me to get married or to have kids, just because of the effects that this addiction has truly had on me. Quite frankly, at the time of recording this, I'm not even sexually attracted to women in real life. You know, there is a hole in me. If I had to guess, probably caused by the 10 years of consuming pornographic content, compounded with masturbation, and not a neuroscientist, right? I just think maybe 10 years of programming, and now my brain is deeply kind of wired to only get off to that shit, right? Porn and masturbation. I cried hysterically the last video I made about this shit, and I'm not gonna cry again. If I do, I'm just gonna turn the cameras off. But yeah, man, I used to be so incredibly attracted to women. I had normal, healthy sex drive like any teenage boy. I was a normal kid. But I was raised in a very religious household. And where we were taught essentially that those sexual urges, they were bad, and under no circumstance to ever act on those sexual urges. So, you know, essentially I was turning to porn and masturbation instead, just to get some kind of sexual release, right? And growing up as a kid inside religion, right, I was just scared of upsetting God, okay? And I was scared, not scared, but like, you know, as a kid, like all you want to do is make your parents proud. Like I was just trying to be a good kid, bro. And there's no way I could have known at that age, like the consequences of what I was doing. So in my 15-year-old head, I'm thinking sex is bad. I'm not going to have sex with girls. So viewing this shit and getting off to it is just like the much obvious better alternative. I had no idea this shit was gonna destroy any real attraction I had for women in real life and just cause all of these problems I'm having. So fast forward 10 years, right? I'm sitting here making this video and I'm just wondering, what the fuck do I do next? It's like, it's really hard not to just be a complete victim and feel like, man, my life is over at the ripe age of 25 years old, bro. And you'd like to think that if your brain can be programmed in a certain way that you can go in and you can reverse program it, right? Basically undo it. And I've tried. I have tried to stop viewing pornography for extensive periods of time. You know, I've tried to, for prolonged periods of time, interact intimately with women in real life. I've tried. And it doesn't work. And I guess it doesn't help that I'm just so incredibly frustrated with women. I will openly say there are times I just hate women, bro. I hate how they exploit their bodies for financial gain. I hate how fucked the dating market is right now. Like, let's be fucking real, dude. And although admittedly I don't really struggle to attract women, it still sucks to be mentally aware that, yeah, this girl is only into me because I have followers, I have money, and I'm picking her up in this nice car. Which really doesn't help my porn addiction because genuinely, man, some days I wake up and I'm like, dude, I'd rather beat my dick and watch porn than interact with these women. So not only am I not sexually attracted to women in real life, but I also find most modern women repulsing. I am glad I have two sisters because I have learned to adore women and gain my own appreciation for them. That was a tangent, but yeah, I mean, it just doesn't look good for a guy like me, statistically, to ever get that happily ever after or find like true love simply because my sexual preference is looking at a phone screen. And I know what people are gonna say, like, bro, like, life isn't just about sexual shit. No, it isn't, but every romantic relationship starts with that sexual connection. There must be that sexual attraction. And it's funny, I used to get very emotional about that. You know, like when I would admit to myself that, basically acknowledging I have no sort of romantic future. Yeah, I used to get very emotional about that. But at the end of the day, I'm a pretty logical person, so I've just sort of asked myself, okay, if I'm not going to get married, if I'm not going to have kids, how do I not waste my life? What then becomes the point of life if it's not to experience true love or to have these things? And I can't arrive at any other answer than that. I guess this is the first video where I don't have like a conclusion for you guys. I don't have that resolution that I normally do with these videos. This is just what I'm dealing with right now, and I'm sharing it because I'd like to think that I'm not the only one going through this shit. Because this is a very lonely, isolated addiction, and you know, it's not like any other addiction. It's not like drug addiction. It's not like alcohol abuse, where like typically you know, yeah, that person's a drug addict. Yeah, that person's dealing with overconsumption of alcohol. This is like, there is an aspect of maybe shame with this addiction, and that's why people don't talk about it. And I'm gonna talk about it because, man, this is it's really fucking difficult, dude. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Just bring awareness to this shit. And if you want to message me, talk to me about this, like, I don't know if I can get back to all of you, because I think a lot of motherfuckers are dealing with this shit, but I will try to get back to as many people as I possibly can. If you want to message me on Instagram, this is my Instagram. Yeah, dude. Thanks for watching. This is kind of some sad shit for holiday and the seasons, but yeah, I don't know what else to say.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up, climbing and climbing. I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something.